Welcome to Budget Beauty, where I help you look flawless for less. Welcome back, and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen, and this is Budget Beauty. We do everything beauty on a budget, and that includes my favorite video to film and your guys' favorite video to watch, and that is testing new makeup. Today's testing new makeup is a little different, is a little bit special. This is the Juvia'S edition. I wanted the new Juvia'S liquid blush, and the only way to purchase that was on the Juvia'S website. I hate paying shipping, so I decided to go ahead and add a few Juvia'S items to my cart that were new or new to me, and I thought, let's do a whole testing new makeup all about Juvia'S. So I have not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 new Juvia'S items to test out with you today. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload lots and lots of new videos every single week, and I do testing new makeups pretty regularly because I'm always buying new makeup. Of course, I will link everything I shared with you today from Juvia'S down below, as well as all of the other makeup that I'm wearing, which includes some other Juvia'S items. In fact, I am using the new Juvia'S Liquid Illuminator. I have mixed that in with my foundation today. In fact, I use this in a testing new makeup, and it is actually almost gone, and all of the other makeup will be linked down below for you, as well as my favorite beauty subscription boxes. And come follow me on TikTok for a little bit more beauty on a budget. Let me go ahead and zoom you in and let's test new makeup, Juvia'S edition. So like I said, I've already done some of my base makeup. I did my skincare this morning. I went ahead and did the Juvia'S Liquid Illuminator in with my foundation. I did do some of the e.l.f. cream bronzer, and this is the product I went on the Juvia'S site to pick up because I was really excited when this was released. And this is the new blushed liquid blush. We got a lot of blushes in the title. I picked mine up in the shade Pink Lady, which is this just Barbie pink blush. I was so excited when these were released. I actually talked about it in my new makeup releases that I was gonna pick one up. They do come with a really large doe foot applicator. It's actually pretty similar to the applicator in the liquid bronzer or the liquid highlighter. So I heard these are very, very pigmented. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of a light hand, and I'm going to tap maybe 3 drops on each of my cheeks. And then I have a flat kabuki brush to blend. Oh yeah, they're definitely pigmented. Whoa, very pigmented. I probably could have done even just 2 drops. That's really pretty though. So let me go ahead and blend that out a little bit more. I like to sweep it across my nose for kind of that sunburnt look. So that's actually really, really beautiful. Like I said, I definitely could have scaled it down to maybe 2 drops to get a little less pigmentation. So we'll powder over the cream blush because I did pick up some powder blush from Juvia'S as well. So I did go ahead and set my face, and you can see that it definitely brought and toned down the brightness of that pink. Did my powder bronzer, and now I'm ready for some powdered blush. So this is one of the Juvia'S blushed duos. I actually really like these. You get 2 shades of blush. So here's what the component looks like. There is a mirror in the palette, and then this is the blush duo that I chose. I want to say this is volume 5, but I'll go ahead and of course link it down below for you. There's a lighter kind of peachy blush and then a bright orange blush. I do have a couple of the other Juvia'S blush duos, and I really, really love them. And I already had a pinky toned one, so I definitely wanted to reach for something a little bit more orangey. So we're going to test out this bright orange blush. This is right up my alley. So I'm going to pick that up on my blush brush. If it's anything like the liquid blush and anything like my other blush duos, it's going to be very pigmented. So we're going to tap and blend. Ooh, that is very, very pretty. That is really beautiful. Actually, it is very pigmented, but you can still get a little bit more of a natural look if that's what you're going for. And then you are, of course, able to build that up and get a little bit more bolder, brighter orange look if that's what you prefer. Let me go ahead and swatch the lighter orange. Oh, that's really, really pretty too. So there's the lighter orange blush that's in the palette. That is really, really beautiful. That would be great if you did go in a little bit heavy-handed. You could put that on top to kind of lighten it up and add a little bit of depth. But But this is really beautiful. And like I said, I love that it is more natural if you want it, and you can build it up if you want it a little bit more bold as well. So I went ahead and added some highlighter, and now I'm ready to do my eyes, and I have a new Juvia'S Place eyeshadow palette to share with you as well. And this is the Coffee Shop palette. I have wanted this palette. I wanted this palette when it was released, but I didn't bite the bullet and pick it up because it's a neutral palette. And then I saw amazing reviews on how beautiful of a neutral palette this is, how amazing the formula is. And I thought, well, since I'm on the Juvia'S Place website, let's test it out. So here is the palette. No mirror in the palette, and then here is your color story. It is definitely neutral, gives me all of the coffee shop vibes. I will go ahead and insert swatches here of the coffee shop palette. I did swatch the top 2 rows first and then the bottom 2 rows secondly. What I really like about this palette is there's a good range of neutral shades. They're all more on the warm tone side. We have some orangey neutrals, some browns. We have quite a few shimmers. We even have a lighter kind of cream colored matte to help with blending. I also appreciate that we have light, mid-tone, and deep mattes, which is everything you need to create a solid look with some depth. The palette swatched absolutely beautiful. The shimmers are pretty. This shimmer shade down here is a little bit more of a topper shade, but still absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to put this on my eyes. So the first thing I'm going to do, as always, is apply my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. That is my eyeshadow base that I use every time I do eyeshadow. It just keeps my shadow in place all day and just really brings out the true opacity of the mattes and the shimmers. So I've primed my eyes. They are ready for shadow. These do not have any shade names. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick up this kind of camel colored taupey shade here as my transition shade. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up on a fluffy brush. Juvia'S Place shadows are typically very, very pigmented. So I'm expecting nothing less out of this palette. And like I said, I've heard really, really good reviews about it. I always like to start my look out with a little bit lighter shade, just something to set my eye primer and give a little wash of color to the crease. And this is absolutely beautiful. It is definitely a lighter matte, but it is buildable. I've been able to dip my brush in a couple times and build up the opacity. Next, I'm gonna pick up this shade here, which is a mid-toned orangey brown shade, again on a fluffy brush, and I'm going to focus that on just the crease itself, leaving that lighter shade just popping out at the top, and that's just going to add a little bit of color differentiation in the crease. I really like this color. It is the perfect mid-tone matte. You even could just pop this one color in your crease and skip the lighter shade and have just a really nice, more neutral base. And then going back into that first shade that I picked up, I'm just going to use that to blend and soften the edges. Now for some depth and to really deepen up the outer corner, I'm picking up this more chocolate brown shade here on a little flatter, denser brush so I can just pack that in the outer corner. I really like to add, as you know, a little bit of depth out here on the outer portion of my eye. I prefer a little bit more messy look, so I usually just tap it in kind of in a circular motion, and then I'll use that fluffy brush to blend it out. But I do like to really pack that in, add a lot of depth, and then blend. This color is really nice. Definitely that deep, dark, chocolatey brown, perfect for an outer corner shade. And then picking up that same fluffy brush we used for the crease, no added shadow, and again, like I said, I just blend. Another product I always use is my NYX Glitter Glue. This is my primer for my shimmer shades. Again, similar to the MAC Paint Pot, just keeps the shimmers in place, really brings out their true opacity, true sparkle. So I'm going to tap that on my lid. And then, as always, I like to show you guys shimmer application with both the brush and my finger. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmers in the palette, 6 shimmers in the palette. I'm going to start with this deep, dark, taupey gray silver shimmer at the top. How pretty that is. Absolutely stunning. And that's the shimmer I'm going to just tap on my lid, focusing on the outer 2/3. That is so beautiful. That is so, so beautiful. You can see it's kind of a shifty gray, even leaning a little bit cool toned shimmer. Let me pick a little bit more up on my finger just to see if we can build it up. Oh yeah, that is so, so beautiful. And then I'm going to pick up this lighter shade here. Again, kind of that taupey silver, even leaning cool tone with a bit of tan to it. Picking that up with a dense rounded brush, because like I said, I like to test out shimmer application with my finger and a brush. And I'm going to put that on the inner portion of my eye, blending that over with that first shimmer shade. And that shade is beautiful. That is bright, it is shiny, it looks very foiled, very wet on the eye. And it's just about a shade or maybe 2 shades lighter than that first shimmer shade. So it blends really nicely together, but still gives you that light, bright inner portion of your lid. For my lower lash line, I'm picking up this brown shade here. It's kind of a red brown. I think that's going to be really pretty on the lower lash line. So again, picking that up on that kind of dense rounded brush, I'm going to buff that on my lower lash line. I really like that shade. It pulls in that lighter shade we have in our crease and gives just a little bit of dimension besides this deep dark outer corner, adds a little bit more of that red base, which is really pretty. And then back into that first shimmer shade that we used, and I'm going to buff that one on the lower lash line as well. I love that. I love that it blended that out, diffused it a little bit, but we still have that red kind of brown undertone to the lower lash line. Now we don't have the best inner corner highlight shimmer in this palette. I mean, this truly is the lightest one. I wish that there was a even lighter shimmer, similar to this light matte, if they would have popped in a lighter, brighter shimmer for the inner corner, but we are going to go ahead and try this one out and popping that on the inner corner. Well, that's actually really pretty. So that's lighter than I thought that it was going to be. So that's your best bet for a light, bright inner corner. So here's the completed eye look using the Juvia'S Place Coffee Shop palette. Let me go ahead and do liner, mascara, and I'll be back to do our brows together because we have a Juvia'S Place product for that as well. So I went ahead and did liquid liner and mascara, and now I'm ready to do my brows. So I have a new Juvia'S Place product, and then I have a tried and true Juvia'S Place product. Starting with the new one, this is the Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pencil. I picked mine up in dark brown. I have heard amazing things about this eye pencil, and I am very much an affordable eyebrow pencil girl. I don't think it's necessary to spend a lot of money on a brow pencil. A lot of the drugstore ones, Juvia'S Place ones, work really, really well. So this particular one does have a spoolie on one side and the actual thin shader pen on the other. That allows you to draw in those hair-like strokes. So I'm going to use the pencil portion to just fill in my brows. Now I have pretty full brows. This side is a little more sparse in the front, and that's why I prefer to have this type of a brow pencil that I'm able to fill that in and then also pull it down this side over here of my brow, again, just to fill it in. This works great. It's creamy, but it's not too creamy. Sometimes brow pencils can be a little too creamy and you aren't able to really get those hair-like strokes. It's more of just a flat line. So I appreciate that this is the perfect blend of creamy and a little more stiff to really be able to fill that in and draw in your brows. And then I'm going to use the spoolie end just to kind of fluff them into place. And then, like I said, I have pretty thick brows. They're wild, they're crazy, they get out of place very easy. So I always like to set my brows in place with a brow gel. And I actually have the Juvia'S Place Clear Brow Gel. I really, really enjoy this product. Super, super affordable, works really, really well. If you already have full brows and you just want to set them in place, you don't need to fill them in or add any color or shading. This clear brow gel is really great. I mean, rivals high end for a much more affordable price. And I like to use it again just to set my brows into place. What I also like about the Juvia's Place Clear Brow Gel is it doesn't make my brows chunky, but it sets them and they stay all day. And then last but not least, and one of the other reasons I placed a Juvia's Place order was for their brand new lip oils. I love lip oils. They are my very, very favorite thing to put on my lips. They definitely add in some hydration. And Juvia's Place released these oils and I was super excited about them. I went ahead and picked up the watermelon. So this should be pretty sheer, maybe the lightest tint of pink. I love the doe foot. It has a big, fat, more flat doe foot applicator. I feel like we have a nice bold eye look today, so I'm going to just use the lip oil. It smells so good. Definitely watermelon. Oh, it feels amazing on the lips. It is so soft and silky and hydrating, and the doe foot, I love how much product the doe foot picked up. One swipe in, did my lips. I definitely have that shine from a lip oil. No stickiness whatsoever. I really like this. Really, really like this. I'm curious what the longevity of this lip oil is. I will go ahead and pop up here on the screen how long I wore this before having to reapply. I'm actually currently drinking my protein coffee, so I'll give you guys an update on the longevity. I'm actually headed to the gym, so let me go ahead and throw my hair in an adequate ponytail, put on my gym clothes, and I'll be back to share my final thoughts on the Juvia's Place testing new makeup. I am ready to go to the gym, and I am ready to give you my final thoughts on this testing new makeup Juvia's Place edition. So first, let's start with the liquid blush. I love this. I love that it is very, very pigmented. I love that a little bit goes a long way. So this product is going to last a very long time. It comes in so many amazing colors. Personally, I'm all about the Barbie pink. This is one liquid blush or cream blush shade that I don't have. That was part of the reason that I picked it up. I find it to be even a little bit neutral, where you can pair it with an orangey blush. You could even layer this under a more pinky blush. I really like this product. I think the doe foot applicator is really nice, performs really well. I'm definitely excited to pick up a few more shades. And then moving on to the little powder blush duo. Like I said, I have a couple of these already. I just wanted to add this beautiful orange one to my collection. And again, similar to the liquid blush, I found that you could get a more natural look and you could build it up to get a little bit more bold look. I love a good bold blush, bold highlighter. So this is right up my alley. Definitely this lighter orange shade would be beautiful to blend this out, to diffuse the color a little bit, or it would be really pretty on a medium skin tone. This would be beautiful on a deeper skin tone. It really is just a very versatile duo, and it's Juvia's Place, so it's super affordable as well. And then the Coffee Shop eyeshadow palette. Now I really like this. I can see myself reaching for this a lot for neutral looks. It definitely is more on the warm toned side, but there are some cool tone shades as well. So it's a good mixture if you prefer warm tone neutrals or cool tone neutrals. I love that there's some topper shimmer shades. There's some nice bold shimmer shades. This one that I put on the lid is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to play around with more of the orangey peachy shades in here. I think really for the price and the size of this palette and how it performs, it's a great deal. Now for the eyebrow pencil, I really liked this as well. I've used other Juvia's Place eyebrow products similar to the clear eyebrow gel and really enjoyed them. Again, I liked that this was a stiffer pencil, but creamy at the same time. So you're able to not only fill in your brows, but draw in those hair-like strokes. I really, really like this. I will definitely be buying another one. Speaking of really liking, you guys, this lip oil, it feels amazing. It's so hydrating. It is not sticky at all. It has this nice mild watermelon smell, and I want to say flavor. Like, you don't taste it, but you kind of taste it, if you know what I mean. And I love the doe foot. I love the big fat doe foot. It picked up a lot of product. The packaging is really nice. They have like 6 or 7 different shades, but like I said, it pretty much goes on clear. There's really no pinky shade to this, no pink opacity to this. I'm gonna pick up some more. I love the lip oils. It's really a product I wear every single day. The Juvia's Place definitely didn't disappoint. So out of the 5 Juvia's Place products I picked up, I love all of them. They are absolutely fantastic. I highly, highly recommend. Of course, I will link everything I shared with you down below. I will go ahead and link the Juvia's Place Liquid Illuminator as well as the clear brow gel at the top with the other Juvia's Place items. And then all of the other makeup I'm wearing will be down a little bit lower in the description box, along with my favorite beauty boxes. And come follow me on TikTok for a little bit more beauty on a budget. I never wear makeup to the gym, so I'm feeling really pretty going to the gym this morning. Love the Juvia'S Place products. Can't wait to pick up more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.